one of my managers from my previous organization who followed traditional project management methodology all throughout, he called me and he told me, Kaushik, Agile is too risky. I told, how can you say that? And he told me that Agile does not have a risk management plan. It does not have risk identification. It does not have qualitative risk analysis, no quantitative risk analysis, no risk responses defined, and moreover, there are no risk registers. So, how can a project management methodology escape risk? I gave him 11 reasons why Agile is not risky, and I'll cover those 11 reasons in this video. So first of all, let's be clear that by this video, I'm not trying to sell Agile. Neither I am suggesting that you should be using Agile for all types of projects. There are certain projects for which Agile works best. If you want to understand on which projects Agile suits the best or whether Agile will be best for you, please let me know in the comment section and I'll try to make a separate video for it later on. First of all, let's try to understand that Agile mostly is used for projects where there is either an ambiguity in the requirements or there is a high level of technical uncertainty which is involved. So by default it is a risky project, and the framework of Agile, the values of Agile, the principles of Agile are designed in such a way that it addresses risk by itself. Okay, so we will see those reasons why Agile principles and practices addresses risk. The first one is transparency. In Agile methodologies, the teams are committed to transparency. There is daily burn down chart which is updated. There are the release burn charts are updated. If a story is complete in its entirety, then only we call the story as complete, and we assign the number of story points. Even if it is 99% complete, we do not call it complete. Or so transparency exposes everything that we are doing, so we can see the risks early. Second is collaborative planning. In Agile methodology, it is not just the manager who does the planning, matter expert who does the planning. It is the whole team who sits together and they decide how many story points they want to take from the prioritized product backlog, and they discuss on each of these stories with the product owner. So basically, they harness the knowledge of the entire team in planning, and that basically uncovers more risk. So, more risks are uncovered, the team finds more ways to address it. That is the second way why risks are reduced. Third is customer involvement. When customers are involved in Agile methodology right from the start, uh, and they are involved continuously as compared to the traditional methodology where mostly the requirements are taken, the scope is understood from the customer, and then customers are given the updates, but they are not involved in day to day activities. Here in Agile methodology, we involve customers throughout the life cycle, which helps in envisioning the product with the customer. The team and the customers are synchronized on the need, and the risk is considered while selecting the work for each iteration. Remember, the product owner prioritizes the product backlog in conjunction with the customer. So there is a less risk of delivering the wrong product to the customer. Yeah, that's the third reason. The fourth reason is the work is reviewed continuously. There are product demos which happens every 2 or 4 weeks, and that too happens at the feature level for more detailed risk evaluation. So there are less chances of missing a risk since the features are examined separately for technical risk and also for the entirety of the implementation. And not only one stakeholder but multiple stakeholders are invited in the demo session, and anyone can ask any questions regarding the working demo. So there is a constant exposure to the customer, which minimizes the risk of building to the spec but not to the need. The work will be prioritized based on the risk response. Again, that is an important point. Next point is daily stand up meetings. Agile team meets every 24 hours. They reflect on what they did yesterday, what they are planning to do today, and if they are facing any issues or bottlenecks. These impediments are tried to be resolved as soon as possible by the Scrum Master, which means that risks are exposed every 24 hours. It's like risk mitigation, which is done daily. Next point is binary measurement. That is, either your story is complete or not complete. Agile does not measure based on the percentage of the plan complete as compared to the traditional methodology. Percentages can be misleading. There is a risk that 1% of the work which is pending that can take as long as 99% of the time or even the budget. So, here in Agile, a story is either complete or it is not complete. If it is complete in its entirety, then only those story points are awarded, otherwise, the story is considered failed. One more important point: team empowerment. When the teams are empowered, they are intrinsically motivated. So definitely there is less risk of the team not supporting the project, and there is less risk of attrition because the teams are motivated by default by the design. The team members are the ones who decides how many stories points they want to take into the sprint, which are the stories they want to take from the prioritized backlog. They decide how they want to work, who will be doing what things, and that itself is empowering. So we are reducing the risk of attrition and the team not supporting the project right away through the design. Next, we do a relative estimation in Agile as compared to the definitive estimation which is done in traditional project management methodology. Now understand, relative estimation factors out the complexity, the uncertainty, and the unknowingness. If the story points of a particular story are too high, that means it is an inherent risky story and there is lot of unknown or uncertainty which is associated with that story. So that particular story needs to be detailed, thereby reducing its risk either by finding the details or by doing a spike. As simple as that. So, relative estimation helps in reducing risk again. And finally, the backlog refinement session. Backlog refinement session is one such session where the team discusses minutest detail about a particular story with the product owner. They discuss, they ask their questions whether you want it this way, whether you want it that way, and many a times even the product owner does not have an answer for it. So the product owner goes and finds the answer either with the customer or other stakeholders or the subject matter expert. This is a very powerful tool to reduce the risk. And the last point is the cross functional teams. In Agile, each and every team member has a depth of knowledge, that is, a specialization in some knowledge, and he also has a breadth of knowledge. And over the period of time, even if someone doesn't have, that will definitely be developed, because in Agile, team members work and support each other, thereby there is a lot of learning which goes on in the background. So cross functional teams helps in knowledge sharing. This ensures that the risk is understood and the risk is managed. So, by this way, we can say that the agile methodologies and its principles and its values are designed in a way that the risk is automatically mitigated by the design. Someone may argue, can I use traditional risk management methodology on my agile project? Definitely, there's no harm in it. The truth is, most of the projects mix traditional and agile methods for risk analysis. In fact, traditional risk management and agile life cycles are complementary. They are not against each other. So you can definitely still use the risk registers in agile methodologies. All the best for it. Friends, if you found this video useful and would like me to make videos on any other topic, please mention in the comment section and we'll try to make a video on it in the shortest possible time. My mission is to make life easy for all the working professionals, giving them practical, ready to use tips and explaining difficult topics in a simple and easy to understand way. For the same, I would ask you to like the video so that YouTube algorithm knows that you found something valuable. Share it with your friends who will find them interesting, and most importantly, please click the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you get fresh insight and perspective about each important topic without fail. You learned something important today. I wish you all the best. Keep learning and keep progressing. See you in the next.